Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we're back doing another M19 Intermediate Swiss Draft League. First time I've opened the Dismissive Pyromancer. I think it's a great card. Definitely okay with first picking this. A looter, a bear, that's a looter. Well, it's worse than loot, but it's still good enough. And also can kill creatures. I really like this card a lot. Horizon Scholar would probably be a close second. I like the Disciple a lot too. I think Reclamation Sage is probably just a very strong card in this format. Even though I always tend to pick something over it, I really need to start just picking it. But we're going to take the Pyromancer now because I want to play this card. I think it's really good. It's got a lot of abilities tied into it. Chaos One is too fun not to take. I think it's a great card anyway, but I love this card. Just fun. So fun to play. So we'll take it. I mean, there's a random element to it, but what's cool is you're just taking your opponent's, all of their removal, all of their tricks, and you can just keep doing it until they've run out, which is still good for you. So there is a random element to it. I still think the card is very good. Other good cards in here, it's probably just that Rabid Biter, Strangling Spores, but we're taking the Wand. Okay, here we probably just take a shock. Keep with the Pyromancer. It's a good kill spell. It's cheap. There's a Spark Tongue Dragon in here, which is also good. Neonate's great. I love the Omen Speaker. We're just going to take a great card in red to stick with our first great card in red. Alright, time to actually pick something, and that's not red. So, I kind of want to take the Druid here. Surgemare is good too. I think Druid's just very good though because it blocks. Block ramp is very good. And I think green-red is a combination I've been pretty impressed with. I do think Surgemare is pretty awesome. Great blocker. Can bash past things and get in there. But I think we'll take Druid. I think I'd rather have the ramp that can block the little dudes. Here, the best card, probably just the Psychic Symbiont. The Sentinels, of course, are in here as well. I could just take the Marauder's Axe. I think this card is just, it's nice to have as a one-of. You can play it in most decks. Can't think of a lot of decks where I don't want a Marauder's Axe. Well, someone mentioned this in another video where I passed the Colossal Majesty, but this card's actually pretty cool with Marauder's Axe. Otherwise, there's a Giant Spider, which is definitely good and playable. A Fountain of Renewal, more for the life gain synergy deck. Some good blue cards. Well, Divination, I guess, is the good blue card. We'll take the Majesty. It's so certainly early enough to take this. I think this is a very powerful effect. If you can get a consistent little, I mean, basically, if we had this in that Sarkhan's Unsealing deck that we had made a couple drafts ago, it would have been a bomb. So I'm definitely okay trying it this early, see if we can make it come together. This is an underwhelming pack. I think we'll take the Trumpet Blast, just because I would like to be able to make red work. Artificer, good, you know, for the artifact deck. We'll take the Trumpet Blast. I'm okay with that. I love Gearsmith Guardian, but not in my non-blue deck here. I guess we take the Giant Spider. I like Giant Spider, so that's okay. There's another Marauder's Axe, but I think doubling up on them, well, we can still do it. I actually like Tormenting Voice. I think you can get too many Marauder's Axes. I think the nice thing about Tormenting Voice is that it's more helpful than it looks like it is. I think there's just a low probability that we play two Marauders Axes, so I'm going to take the Tormenting Voice, and the idea being if we need it, we can play it. So Manalith for splashing. I guess we'll take the Pyromancer, though. I'm not looking like I want to be beat down here. So we'll take an Oaken Form. I mean, we still could potentially be beat down. Yeah, that's totally possible. Take the Charge. I think Charge is a good card. Take the Sentinel. Expanse, maybe. Okay. Interesting pack one. I still think I would like to, especially given that we've got this Chaos Wand. Ooh, Draconic Disciple is pretty good. Lena's good too, but I think I'm going to take the Disciple. I'm just going to set these over here. They're cards that I'm on the fence with wanting to play. I think I'd still rather have a Sentinel than a Pyromancer. We'll take the Disciple here, and then we're pretty well suited to get some mid-range fat in here. Courser is good. Naki Ogre is worse than Courser most of the time, but it's good with Colossal Majesty. It's also a Sky Scanner. Flyer that draws a card. More for the synergies, though. There's some good white cards that are flowing, but I'm still pretty happy with the core green-red we have. And I actually think Ramp is going to be particularly good with this Chaos Wand, too, allowing us to just be able to use it a little more consistently. Maybe even use Wand and do something else in our turn, which would be ideal. So like I said, Onaki Ogre does work better with the Colossal Majesty plan. I think Courser is a better card, though. I think we'll take the Courser. I'd rather have... I don't want to build around Colossal Majesty. I want to take cards that... There's still plenty of 4-power creatures that I think I'd rather have in my deck. If I had like a Sarkhan's Unsealing here, I'd probably slam the Ogre. But just building around a Colossal Majesty and taking a worse card in doing that, I don't know if that's a great idea. Another Druid of the Cowl seems fine to me. I like Gargoyle Sentinel too, but we're going to take these Druids. We're going to take this ramp. Make it all come together. So I guess we can take Fire Elemental. It's a mid-range fat card in case we need it. It's also a Talons of Wildwood, but we'll take the Elemental. Vigilant Bailoff. Now there is a high payoff card. I think I like it more than Electrify. It's a great finisher. Granted, our deck is very removal light currently, basically just a Shock and a Pyromancer, but Vigilant Bailoff is, I think, leagues better than Electrify. Super strong card. All these Druid of the Cowls, huh? I'm going to just go for it. Maybe that second Marauder's Axe wouldn't have been bad. Druid of Horns in here as well, but we'll take the Druids. Take a Boggart Brute now, I suppose. Lot of good white flowing. Sentinel is just good. Another Elemental or an Instigator. Guess we take... I think we take the Elemental. Just in case we're short on fat in the end, I'm going to want it. Getting the Ogre back is nice. All right, taking the Wolves. I'm going to let all this flow. Same with these two. I think we're walking into pack 3 pretty well prepared to make the deck cool. I'll consider that. I guess we do have an Oaken form, but I somehow doubt it's going to happen, but I'll keep the option on the table. Palladium Moors. Well, I can splash for you, but it only has hexproof if it hasn't dealt damage yet. But then again, it is a 6 mana, and we have the Tranquil Expanse. I think we have to take it. It's also a Volcanic Dragon. We gotta take Palladium. Look at it. How can we not play it? We just happen to be in all the colors for it. Trashmaster. Well, guess technically we have one other goblin. I don't know if that's the best card for us, though. At worst, it's a hill giant that can blow up an artifact. I guess that's not terrible. Otherwise, we can take the Basilisk. Fine card. I think we'll take the Trashmaster. I don't think it's great, but I don't know if Basilisk would make the deck anyway. It might. Another Colossal Majesty, huh? I don't know if we need 2 of them. Could take the Boar here. Sort of makes sense. We kind of want our 4-drop slot to be better. I don't know if this is a Sentinel deck. There's a Thud. I think we need this Electrify. Looking for some removal. I think we can get off the Druid Horns plan. So there's a Declare Dominance, which I think is pretty reasonable spell. It's a good way to just get in there and win. There's also a Sure Strike though, but I think we'll take the Declare Dominance. It's a stalemate breaker card at worst, and we've got some good fat to play alongside it. Probably, I guess we can get off the Trashmaster plan. I don't think that was going to happen. Havoc Devils are pretty good. I probably like it more than a Fire Elemental most of the time. But then again, I think since we already have a deck, I'm going to take the Timber Gorge and continue to help our mana base for this Palladium Wars. Because playing Mythic Dragons is fun. Whoa, Vinemare, what are you doing here? You're tremendously strong, yeah. Guess we can start to cut the Fire Elementals. They're pretty underwhelming anyway. Alright, we'll upgrade our other Fire Elemental into a Dreadmaw. I like that plan. That gives us a good amount of beef in this deck. And this is looking pretty good. 4 ramp. Chaos Wand, tremendously fun. Got some card advantage, trying out this Colossal Majesty, which at this point we've got ample cards that will allow us to draw a card every turn. Definitely remove a light, but we have a Shock, a Pyromancer, and Electrify, and I guess a Declare Dominance is removal as well. And Chaos Wand. We'll just use our opponent's removal. Another Druid of the Cowl. Don't mind if I do. I don't know if I've ever had that many. We'll have to figure out what we're cutting for it. Look at all this fixing. Incredible. And we got the Majesty back. All right, I'll consider too. I don't think it's going to happen, but that's a late Neonate. We're not playing the Motivator anyway. So, and I know some people are like, well, why are you, why hate draft in these pods? But a lot of times you end up playing the people in these pods. I don't know if people are onto that yet or not, but that tends to be the case. Because remember, you're deck building at the same time as these people, and you're drafting at the same time as these people. So yes, there's a good chance that you play them at least round 1. let's see. So we have to make 2 cuts. Well, let's count how many cards we have for this double Colossal Majesty that even work with it. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7's actually pretty reasonable. Like, we could just get off the Tormenting Voice plan. And you can even count Marauder's Axe to a certain extent. So you can count this as like our 8th card that gets us 4 power. That's reasonable in my mind. And then we just need 1 more cut. I'm kind of feeling the Giant Spider cut. I don't know if that's... It could actually be the Boggart Brute, now that I think about it. We're not a beatdown deck. In fact, we're more of a... I think I would rather have the 2-4 than the 3-2, even though it's got Menace. I think Boggart Brute's a great card. This doesn't strike me as the right deck for it. Because unlike Unaki Ogre, it doesn't benefit us with the Colossal Majesty. And we've got all of this fat in our deck that we want to survive into. So I think Giant Spider does a better job of getting us to the fat. Boggart Brute does a better job of just beating down early, which we're not really doing in this deck. And Declare Dominance, I think, is actually going to be good. It's going to be a card that's just like, oh, stalemate board. Okay, I'll play this on either my smallest dude, so all my big dudes can get in. So all your blockers have to block him, or on my big dude and just kill every single one of your things. So I've seen some blowouts with Declare Dominance. I think it can be good. It is definitely pricey, but you're getting a good benefit. So the beauty of this deck is I think we can run 1 planes with our Stone Quarry and our Tranquil Expanse, and we are golden. So we'll bring this in. We're way more green than red, though we obviously need some red. But still, we can probably get away with like 6 red sources, I would think. So 1, 2, maybe more, actually. We'll see. If I did this. So this would be 10 green, 7 red, 2 or 3 white. Even though we have a lot of double green, keep in mind we have 4 Druid of the Cowls. So double green, I would think, not too big of a concern. But I do actually want that red early, because even though we don't have any double red, our red plays, like Shock isn't getting great on turn 10. It's one of those cards where you want to use it early to protect yourself. You want that Dismissive Pyromancer early to filter for you, or kill something if you need to have that done. You want to play your Draconic Disciple early so that you can ramp into your 5 and 6 drops. So I don't think it comes at too much of a cost to the deck, and 10 green sources should be plenty, I would hope. Love this deck. Looks like a ton of fun. We're playing a Mythic Dragon. Who's not happy with that? I think everybody is happy to see Palladium Wars in a deck. So, all right. We will run it like this, and we'll see you round 1. Round 1. Playing first. Oh, that's a keep. Like it. Need some gasoline, but I will take it. Hopefully this Chaos Wand turns into some gasoline. All right, we're just going to go Courser go. Let the beats begin. The next turn we can go Druid Chaos Wand. That's going to be fun. Then we're just going to start stealing our opponent's spells. All right. So we don't have enough to do the Vine Mare plus the Chaos Wand. So it seems to me a bit more important to get the Vine Mare down currently. All right. Start with a Spell Steal. Perfect. Suppose I could have dispersed my own Centaur Courser and replayed it, but I like tempoing them right now. Good. Basically just ate up their turn. No attacks this time, sensibly. See what we can steal now. Tormenting Voice sounds good to me. Ooh, Clear Dominance. There's something I'd like to do. Not quite, don't quite have the mana for that. So, I think we just play the Ogre and pass. Two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. So we're actually one short of Declare Dominance plus Chaos Wand, but we do obviously have enough to do the Wand plus a Sentinel. I'm not going to trade my Vine Mare with a Snapping Drake either. Divination. So hoping they tap out, because then I think we can kill them with Declare Dominance. No attacks. If they leave 4 up, I may have to continue with the... Ooh. Well, that's pretty good. So we do have 8 mana, right? 3, 4, yeah, we have 8. So let's start with the wand. Wand first. I'll cast a divination, sure. So put the expanse down, and then we'll electrify the siege breaker. And we'll bash in with the ogre. And they're taking it, which I think is okay too. Sure. So we have 9 mana, which means we can do the Chaos Wand, declare dominance at this point. Looks like they have plenty of spells in their deck too for our Chaos Wand, which has been the case almost every time I think every time I've played it. I don't think I've come across the deck that didn't have, something to steal. Also, someone mentioned this to me. I need to be paying attention to what we're getting. Demanding Dragon. Jeez, that card's sweet. They have Enigma Drake in there. And then Pyromancer seems a little bit out of place since they're not really beat down, but Exclusion Mage is good, so pretty impressed with what we've seen so far. Colossal Majesty is pretty sweet. So let's start her off with the Chaos Wand here. A lot of card draw effects in there. Vigilant Baloth is a big dude. I think we'll play the Baloth here. So we'll block this Surge Mare with the Sentinel. Sure. Their whole deck is pretty much spells. Perfect. And they don't have the mana to play it? Alright, let's see if we can win here. So we have the Declare Dominance. We could play that on one of these, which means we can get in for at least 11. Taking them to 2. Guess we wand first. Perfect. Oh, wait. No, it is perfect. Oh, wait, no, we don't quite have the... Well, it's still pretty good. Oops. Guess we didn't need to attack with the Centaur Courser there. But, you know how it goes. Auto attacks. Must block Druid of the Cowl. Alright, so kill their things. Our guy lives. They're at 1. Sounds good. They're playing spell.deck here. So they're going to be able to loot and deal 4 to us at least off Surgemare, taking us to 13. They have a Sure Strike, so I guess they could take us to 10. Can they deal an additional 10 damage? I hope not. That'd be impressive. I guess if they had a Thud, yeah, they could. They just need to go double pump, 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 Thud, and they can kill us. Alright. So blue-red spells. Chaos Wand is looking beautiful. But we do not have much of a sideboard plan at all, as a matter of fact, so we're going to have to run it back like this. This hand will have to do. If they play the Drake, we're going to slam kill that. Exclusion Mage is okay. I can live with that. Tempoing us now before they have a board presence doesn't hurt as bad. I'm okay with that getting shocked, too. Yeah, that's fine. We're good. We've got enough mana to do everything we need to. Surgemare, on the other hand, is a bit of a problem. I mean, I guess the good news is we can hold up and electrify for pumps if they keep doing this plan. So yeah, that's actually not terrible. Multiple tormenting voices, huh? Alright, second red is nice. So I think we'll just shock here. Then we'll obviously attack for 2. And then we'll pass. We'll leave up the electrify for when they attack with the Surge Mare if they pump. I mean, they have multiple disperses in their deck, so it strikes me that they likely got something there. Sure. Okay, they're just playing a Pyromancer. That's fine too. So we'll just go land, Marauder's Axe, hold up the electrify, keep back the spider. Ooh. Could do Vine Mare now too. Vine Mare's pretty intense. I think we'll do that. We'll do Vine Mare plus Axe. New plan. Well, may have to electrify that instead. Seven mana. So I think we just attack with Vine Mare, equip Spider, and pass. And if they disperse our spider, we'll probably just end up electrifying the dragon, I imagine. Alright, they lift up another disperse, which is a bit troubling, but we'll go for it. Alright, that works. So the problem now is it can still get in with the Surge Mare. Hmm. We need to find a non-green creature here. I think maybe killing the Exclusion Mage cost me quite a bit. I maybe needed to save the shock for the double pumped Surge Mare in hindsight. I could have played Giant Spider and attacked with Vine Mare too last turn, but I felt like I needed to find an answer for that Surge Mare, which is probably true. Okay, so they do have Thud in their deck. Good to know. So, still don't have a sideboard, but I think I can play a little bit differently there. Because we're so removal light, we're probably just going to have to really save that removal for stuff like Surge Mare, but they have flyers too. They have some good cards against us. Alright, we'll play first. Oh, that is a keep. Nice hand. Well, I think if they had a shock, they would have played it. I think we play the Sentinel here, actually, to keep the Pyromancer back, keep ourselves a little more well protected. Disciple does help too. Alright. Druid is good. I think we'll go Disciple though. Although we could do Druid plus filter with Pyromancer, but what would I filter? Could drop the Colossal Majesty. Currently is not super useful. Alright. Kind of want to hit my land drops. Okay, good. So now we'll do Gorge plus Druid and pass. Now we've at least got a good mana base going. Building towards that 5/5 flying dragon. And the Declare Dominance is pretty useful here too. Allow us to possibly eat their team if allowed. Okay. That's an interesting choice. Land draw is actually pretty perfect. We're actually 1 mana shy of getting a 5/5 dragon. However, that's not great against the it's not great against the disperse deck. So I've got to sack a creature, or I take 5. Do I have enough? I don't have enough mana to do the dominance plus attack with this, which is what I want to do to eat that dragon. Otherwise, I may have to lose. I think I'm just going to lose 5 life here. And hope that we draw the land. If we don't, I guess I have to give up my disciple. Okay, we did draw the land, which is pretty perfect. So now we can eat their dragon, which did lava access. Yeah, unfortunately, sacking the Draconic Disciple is too much of a liability against the multiple disperse deck. Trash Master. Well, I guess the bad news is that can blow up our Sentinel, but that's all right. So I think we may just have to, not have to, but I think we are going to sack the Disciple here. Basically trading it for a disperse. Not a great trade, as it turns out. But we'll make them do it. Yep, they had the goodies. I think you make them have it in that circumstance. Card advantage is going to get us. So we're going to have to find a Chaos Wand or a Palladium Moors, or else we're in some trouble. I think we block here because if they have some sort of goblin thing, we might be in trouble. And we're not going to be on the offensive for a little bit, I think. Alright. I'm trying to save my Electrify as long as I can here too, because Enigma Drake is just gonna wreck us. Well, I guess we've held out long enough. It is time. Alright, that's unfortunate for us, but nothing we can do. So hopefully find Palladium Moors here. Chaos Wand. They still do have a Electrify in there. But we need Palladium Moors. Alright, see you round 2, folks. Round 2, we'll keep this hand. Uh-oh. Alright. So, let's eat their board and get a bunch of damage in. We'll just attack here. I don't really want to electrify the stag, mostly because I don't have to. say I electrify the stag. Let's just electrify stag, I guess, and get in with everything. So we've got 2, 4, 7, 9 mana, which is just shy of being able to crack the Disciple and play the Majesty. So let's just hang out. So blue-white artifacts, artifact skies. We don't have naturalize or anything. We don't have our sideboard, quite frankly. But that's probably okay. I mean, we could do a wall of vines. But I don't think we will. Yeah, we'll keep this. This is a good hand. So presumably looting with Pyromancer, probably going to dump one of our Majesties. Seems unlikely we would need 2. And that's of course presuming that I can't draw a land. If we do draw a land, we'll just slam the Sentinel probably. I guess I could play the Unaki Ogre too. Yeah, I guess we'd do that. And the reason is because it allows us to get a little more immediate value from Colossal Majesty. That makes sense. So now we can go Boar, Colossal Majesty. I guess we do the Majesty now. Let's see if we can't get a divination a turn here. So we have 6 mana. I think we do the boar just to ensure that we have 2 things on the board that can get us some value. And I guess we can start looting. I think we're going to shock this in response. Kills their artifacts, makes it so they don't draw a card. That's fine. So we'll loot. Digging for that Palladium Moors. What are we up to? 7 mana? I suppose a Spider and a Sentinel are fine here. All right. There we go. All right. So we are up to 8 mana. That's cool. So we're up to what, 9 mana now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. So 4 plus 7 is not enough, but let's go Chaos Wand. Let's use it. Whoa! Oh, they had a cancel. Okay. I was going to be like, they don't have anything? No, let's get in with the Palladium Moors then. Which will lose its hexproof, but we're going to be okay with that. And then we'll drop the Disciple. Poor Palladium Moors. So now we have 12 mana. So we need 7 for this. But it's only, I see. So we really only have 4 we can use plus the Disciple, huh? I think we'll just activate this. Get in there. Get a dragon. Sure. Okay. Oh, now I can't use the Disciple. Whoops. Alright. Did we get rid of another? So they had 2 cancels. Jeez. It's too bad you have to draw a card from that, huh? Well, declare dominance with no cards left. Does that mean we just win? I believe it does. It's convenient. Alright. See you in round 3. Round 3, you've got to keep. Nice hand. Deckhand. It's a pretty good one. Enigma Drake's a pretty good one too. So, I think we just go Naki Ogre here and pass. Okay. So, attack with the Ogre. Go Courser plus Pyromancer. So they're leaving 4 mana up. So now my options are Dreadmaw, which is good, or use the Pyromancer on the Drake and get in for 7 and play a Sentinel. I kind of like that more, but the Drake is not currently a threat. But they do... I think we'll kill the Drake and do the Sentinel. And that's okay too. Okay. In case they have another 2-drop spell, we're just going to attack the Ogre. Okay. Alright, we'll go to game 2. Playing its blue-red spells again. No sideboard still, so let's run her back. Yes, we'll play first. And I think we're going to mull this one. It seems a bit too dangerous. This hand we're going to have to keep. Well, we don't have to keep it. I'm going to keep it. Because we only need 1 land to get this hand going. So we'll bottom that. Alright, I'll take it. Alright, as long as we can resolve this Vine Mare, I'm pretty satisfied. Wouldn't mind resolving a Vigilant Baloth there, but this'll do. And they have Essence Scatter mana, which is a bit of an issue. I'm not sure I can necessarily play around it here. We kind of need this Vigilant Baloth. I wish that didn't trade either, but... So, I guess we're hoping to find something to take care of the departed deckhand. I think we might just have to do the wand. The board doesn't really do anything for us here, so... Can't quite get that down yet. Well, looks like that'll do it. Alright, thanks so much for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. Loved our deck, thought it was phenomenal. Really just tons of cool stuff going on. Card advantage, bombs, plenty of ramp. A little bit light in removal, but certainly enough to get there with the Pyromancer, the Shock, the Electrify, the Dominance. So, super fun deck. Hope you enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun to play. We'll see you for the next one.